So, my boys, look. Look, we got another career simulation for you guys today. And it's Bo Nix. Now, down in the comments on, I believe, the Penix video, there was somebody in the comments politicking for J5 and Bo Nix. You know what I'm saying? Jay Daniels and Bo Nix. Now, look, I feel kind of bad making this video after he lost to Washington for the second time, and most definitely won't be getting the Heisman now after he was the odds favorite before the game. However, Bo Nix is still going to be one of the highly touted quarterbacks coming out of college this year. Now, for that being said, I'm not the biggest believer in him. Not going to say Bo Nix hasn't been good at Oregon. He has been phenomenal. Even last season, he was pretty doggone good if you look at the numbers. I think the problem is for me, I got this furry vision of Bo Nix at Auburn. And I watched a lot of Bo Nix at Auburn. It was nasty. Now, you can blame that on the program. You can blame that on the lack of weapons. You can blame that on him being young. But I'm just going to put it this way. He was not that good. However, he went to Oregon and made himself a pretty good NFL prospect. Now, he has good to great arm strength, is a pretty good athlete. I know the rushing yards don't say that this year, but, you know, he's kind of stayed away from it, especially when you got a back. Like, I don't want to get this wrong, but I believe it's Bucky Irvin back there, right? Elite running back there. So he hasn't had to do as much with his legs. However, he's one of those quarterbacks that during the combine, during the interview process, could possibly go up or down. Maybe late first round. I definitely don't see him making it past the second. But we will see as we go ahead and get up out of here what happens once he gets drafted. Right? As we're going to, because I think you guys saw it. They had him like the second round. That's not always what happens. Sometimes he goes a little later. Sometimes he goes a little earlier. You know what I'm saying? But we are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. We finished 7-10 after we simmed it. That's probably where the Bucs are going to finish. The Bucs are a team in need of a quarterback, even though I don't think they'll be taking Bo Nix in the first round. Maybe in the second, possibly, because Baker Mayfield's probably not their guy. However, we will get to the draft and sim past the draft, and we will see where Bo Nix goes. The reason I didn't go in on Michael Penix before he got to Washington is because if y'all remember, before he got to Washington, I believe he tore his ACL twice. When Bo Nix was at Auburn, he was healthy. Now, let's figure out where he went. Go ahead and look at the draft recap. As we drafted, oh look, Penix went to the Bucs. Okay, that we don't care about where Penix goes though this time around. Let's go ahead and see who drafted Bo Nix. This should be pretty interesting. And it's the Miami Dolphins. Now this is interesting. The reason I say this is interesting is because they have Tua. And I highly doubt Tua's going anywhere anytime soon. So this might be like the Penix career sim, where the first couple seasons he's probably not getting off the bench. Unless Tua has been kicked off of the Miami Dolphins, which I don't believe there's any way he has been, right? But Tua, if I'm not mistaken, Tua might have not signed a contract. We're going to hop over there and get to Miami Dolphins, and then we're going to see what the situation is. So I wasn't wrong. They don't have, first of all, they don't have any cap room. Second of all, Tua is still here. Okay. This is going to be kind of interesting. Because if you look at contract, Tua only has 1 year left. The question is, and it's not even really a question, actually. Tua 9 times out of 10 will not be here next season. Because if you saw the cap room, just go check before we send. They're like negative 31 million. So there's a very good chance that after this season, this will be Bo Nix's team. With a combination of possibly Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. And Keon Coleman? Oh my God. Hey, yo, Bo Nix might be in the best position we've had a quarterback in yet. This might get real nasty. Good. Like, this is a young, good team as well. This might be interesting. I'm actually pretty excited about this. So we're going to skip some time right here just to start off the bat. I won't see you guys at the midseason point. I won't see you guys when we start the playoffs. We're just going to skip to the end of the season because he's probably not playing this year. So let's get to the end of the season, see how the Dolphins do. I'm talking about all the way past the Super Bowl. And then we'll take it from there. All right, y'all. The Dolphins went 12-5 at the end of season 1. As I told y'all, I didn't expect Bo Nix to play, and he did not. No yards, no completion, no attempts, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Tua did play, however, and played pretty well. As far as the team right now, I'm pretty sure last time we kind of had a little bit of a glitch, and we didn't get to see what the players were at the end with the dev traits as far as the rookies. However, this time, we did at least get to see Keon Coleman. Bo Nix, I think we'll get to see next week. But Keon Coleman be a superstar. Having 3 superstar receivers potentially is pretty doggone crazy. Now, if I think, I'm trying to think, man. When we did Jaden Daniels, I don't think he had this much talent on his team. And when we did Michael Penix, I put both of them videos in the description. I don't think they had this much talent on their team. As far as defensively and offensively, Bo Nix is probably in the best situation. The main thing that we have to figure out is, are they going to re-sign Tua? And all signs point to they're not going to be able to because there's not enough cap room, which would put Bo Nix in probably the best position in the world as a rookie quarterback. So let's get the next season and see what happens. And it didn't happen. Okay, so Tua is still on the team, which is interesting. That means he must be on a franchise tag, right? No, somehow they... Okay, so maybe they were in the negative, but they had money to sign people, which sucks for Bo Nix so bad. Because that means, at least for the foreseeable future, he will not get the benefit of having any of these receivers. Ooh, that changes so much. And if I'm looking, like, if you look at this contract, right, on Tua, this is bad. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is like, for all purposes, this is bad. For Tua, get your bread, young man. But for all purposes, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Okay, this might be the first time I've ever done this. We're just gonna jump 5 years right now, because that'll be the end of Tua's deal. And I want to say, let's go ahead and look at Bo Nix right quick. I want to say that'll be the end of Tua's deal. And Bo Nix's contract is actually up in 3 years. Okay, so we'll jump 3 years and see how that pans out. Because in my mind, in 3 years, Bo Nix should be on another team. So I will see you guys in 2028. And hopefully Bo Nix has his own organization by then. Don't be alarmed. You're not on another video. But yes, we are in Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. As Bo Nix, as you guys can see, I didn't skip anything I told you I wouldn't skip, right? That I didn't tell you I wouldn't skip. Or, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, he was in... Where was that? Where was my man? He was in Miami just about his entire career on that rookie deal. He had 1 interception and no touchdowns over those 4 years. Now he is in Cleveland and this is his team. However, this assortment of talent is a lot different than Jalen Waddle, Keon Coleman, and Tyreek Hill. Do we have anybody we know around here? Raheem Sanders, he's from I do know him from Arkansas, the running back. Other than that, defense, pretty doggone good. We got a stud linebacker. Grant Delpit is an X factor. Denzel Ward still balling out. Emerson. Defense is good in Cleveland, right? That's like IRL. However, offensively, it's pretty much Bo Nix or bust. Now, because he's already 27 years old, I'm pretty sure, right? From what I saw on he's already 27. I tell y'all this right now, because this is Madden, we got to make sure he gets the right playbook this year. So, when I think of Bo Nix, this is always tricky, because you got to find what's best for him, right? Bo Nix, athletic quarterback, big arm. I feel like I can't go back to Buffalo. But I feel like Buffalo is the way to go for him, right? I don't think, when I go down this list of playbooks, Chargers, actually, we will go Chargers. We will go Chargers for Bo Nix, as his Oregon predecessor, Justin Herbert, runs that offense. So, and Justin Herbert, they're not exactly the same. I feel like Justin Herbert's throwing power, and using Madden terms, or arm strength using IRL terms, It's not many people who, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and it's pretty much Justin Herbert right there. And I don't think Bo Nix might have that. But he probably is a little more athletic than Justin Herbert. Actually, probably definitely more athletic than Justin Herbert. So we'll see how that goes. We'll hop straight to the mid-season point since this is his first season starting. And hopefully, he's balling out. Because at 27 years old, he's only got so many years left in the tank. Really good, or the CPU just likes him. Because we do have a breakout quarterback here at the mid-season point. And it hurts my heart because I know he needs this. So I would love to jump in and get it. But y'all know this is a career sim. I can't hop in and do anything. So, his first season, 1,500 yards, 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Not bad. Not great. Way too many interceptions. But 8 touchdowns is nice with 1,500 yards. Rushing yards. Bo Nix, 144 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Raheem Sanders has been balling. Receiving wise, who's our number one target over here? Will Steinbach with 380 and 1 touchdown, and Khalid Goldson with 341 and 3 touchdowns. None of these receivers are actually that good. We do have a 6'4" tight end that's making a little bit of noise. But no, none of these receivers are actually that good. So let's go ahead and hopefully we're at 4-3 right now. Not too bad. Let's see where we are in the division. We actually lead the division. So there is a chance we can make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and get to the playoffs. Lock in, Bo. Lock in. Didn't make the playoffs. As we finished at 5-12, so that means we won 1 game the rest of the season. However, look at that cap room now. Okay. That we should be able to sign a lot of people in free agency. Hopefully that helps a lot. Let's go ahead and look at Bo Nix's numbers. 35. Oh, goodness. Ouch. 3,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's despicable. Completion percentage is okay, not great. He did. I think I'm about to. I thought I was about. Bless me, y'all. I told y'all. I felt it. I felt the sneeze coming on. Okay. 298 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not bad on the ground. Not great. Receiving wise, not a receiver over 1,000 yards. Khalid Golson and Will Steinbach seem to be the 2 guys. A little help from Miko. And the tight end is doing okay. He was just a rookie, though, so that's not bad. The 29th ranked offense is pretty doggone terrible, though. Yeah, that's bad. And the defense wasn't much better. The good thing is we have a lot of cap room. Hopefully, Bo Nix can get some help. He's still going to be the quarterback going into next season. And we'll go ahead and get to the Super Bowl week here and see what our dev traits is for the offensive and defensive side of the ball. As it's the Chiefs and the New York Giants. Giants must have a new quarterback. Bo Nix is right here. He really hasn't developed that much. I mean, have we seen his stats yet? I mean, we should probably check in and see his stats, right? You guys haven't really missed anything. Like, these are pretty much close to where he would be. 94 throw. His throw power has went up a significant amount for sure. Accuracies are low, but a lot of this is low because of morale. Yeah, this is bad, man. The good thing is he is signed, which means this will be his team for the foreseeable future, but we got to get him some help. I can't blame Bo Nix right now. Defensively, and then our middle linebacker lost his depth. So we're not really gaining depth, we're losing them. Terrible first season. Hopefully we get better from here on out, or we might be looking at our first career backup. And that is not going to be a fun video. Going into next season, we lost Steinbach, who was one of our top guys, which is bad. Darnell Washington is now here, so he must have been signed, which is weird because I feel like Sanders was such a good tight end. Why would we have Darnell Washington? Don't understand that signing at all by the management team. Defensively, Myles Garrett is still a monster, even as he declines. We have a backup superstar safety. We have a lot of good rookies in here, which you gotta like. Okay, so things are not terrible for the Cleveland Browns. We're still a young and up-and-coming team. Hopefully, Bo Nix can get this show on the road. We will hop to the mid-season point. It's in 1. Okay, now this is what I'm talking. And Bo Nix is leading the league in passing. You see that, right? 2,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. They have labeled him as a bridge quarterback, but I think Madden is sleeping on my boy. Oh my gosh, that's a great season. Receiving wise, Brian Rich has been the guy that's come in and made a name for himself with 687 yards and 8 touchdowns. Let's look at this guy. Normal dev, but 6'4". He's not even fast. This is interesting. Not a freak of nature. Must just be a great route runner. And Raheem Sanders, 461 yards, 7 touchdowns. Not a great average on the ground. But Bo Nix, chefing up a little bit. He's chefing up. What was our offensive rank? What was our offensive rank? Second in the league. 6th in what? I'm shocked. I'm excited for Bo now. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get to the playoffs. You know we making it. And yes, we make the wild card. Oh, and it's going to be a blizzard. Y'all, oh goodness. Okay. So Bo Nix finished the season with 4,146 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Heck of a year. I'm not going to lie. And in rushing yards, he had 376 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Brian Rick was the guy. Or it might be Brian Rich. We're going to go Brian Rich. And then Khalid Golson also with 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Even the tight... Okay, so this is weird. How did they make that work? Noah Sanders must have took over the starting spot again before the season started because he got 737 and 3 touchdowns. And then Mecole Hardman Jr. was 770 and 4 touchdowns. Man, the 9th ranked offense, pretty impressive. Also, let's check in on Raheem. He ended up with 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns. Pretty special for Bo Nix. Now, this is our first time hopping in with him. This should be interesting considering we're playing Josh Allen and the rejuvenated Buffalo Bills, if you looked at that overall, in the wild card round. Okay. And as y'all can see, early on, Coach wants us taking the top off. I mean, I'm not surprised. Bo Nix has the arm strength. Oh, my gosh. This how we going to start? This how we going to start? That was a terrible throw. What the heck is going on with Bo Nix? What is going... That was terrible. Oh, my God. Okay, we're fine. Rich right here on this slant. You see, he's not the fast. I told you, it must be the route running. Rich with the catch. And look, slow as pond water. Slow as a snail. But he makes a heck of a play. This is what we got here. All right, I like Colson over the top. Bo Nix, like I said, arm strength is his thing. Let's launch that one out there. And oh! What? Oh, my. We just don't have enough speed on this team, I don't think. Let's get some Raheem Sanders in here. Bo Nix, you know, just like in Oregon, he's got to be complimented by a great running game. Is Raheem Sanders? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. If we can get 6 a pop, that's better than he was doing in the regular season for sure. I like Verts. We have 2 very good tight ends. We also have Mecole here deep. Bo Nix possible. Well, no, that looks like an X Factor out there on the edge. And Bo Nix misses. We're past the 50. I'm feeling like Lanning, the coach from Oregon. If you guys don't know, I'm feeling like him. We're gonna go for it. Let's trust the analytics. I like Rich here, our route runner. Okay, he's kind of okay. Bo Nix is terrible. Oh my God, I don't know how he made this is terrible. This is terrible. Okay, Buffalo somehow does not go down and score. They must have ended up going for it, or Josh Allen threw a pick, as usual, in the red zone. So let's go out here. Okay, Bo Nix, look. Oh my God. Have we gotten an accurate pass from him yet? 1 for 6 is despicable. Like, that's despicable. Okay. Okay, Rich dropped the ball. Oh my God. No, this team is terrible. This team is bad. This team is bad. I don't know how Bo Nix made this happen. It's a miracle. I want to be very clear. It's a miracle that he was able to make this team this good. And another 1 for 8. And I just want to be out. He put that one there. He put that one. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Buffalo gets the ball back. And they're moving the ball. Look at this. Okay, we get the ball back still 0-0. It's still the first quarter. Now they got us at 5 wide. Oh, boy. Okay, Mecole, nice catch. Okay. 2 for 9 and 30 yards is not what I expected from Bo Nix in this first playoff game. Especially after having this crazy season. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know how we made it work with these receiving weapons. And then we see the momentum is even crazier. Okay, taking the top off here. What in the name is going on? Dog. Dog. It's like we have receivers that are stuck in molasses. What in the name is going on? Now, the defense did not hold up there. This is our last drive, and I'm going to have to let him take the wheel. I don't know how we're supposed to take the top off if people can't catch the ball or they're not fast enough to go get the ball. That's a pick. Oh, goodness. Okay. 2 for 11 is what we're looking at right here. Okay. I almost feel like we should run the ball. What? This is bad, man. This is just bad. And coach keeps calling us vertical routes, but I just don't feel like we're not hitting any of them. Running back and Penix. Oh my God. Okay, we're out of there. We're out of there. I can't watch that anymore. Penix, I made 14-0 just like that. But look, by himself, he's over there getting points. Buffalo. Okay, so Buffalo got kickoff. They punted to Cleveland. They get 3. Okay, so this is actually a game. Penix might actually... The Cleveland defense is fighting. Okay, but then... Okay, Cleveland. Okay, so they're down 8. Yeah, this game's probably over. Buffalo looks like they scored. Okay. Cleveland turns the ball over, and yeah, Penix is going to be out of the playoffs. That's pretty bad. That's pretty ugly. It's just not enough weapons on the team, man. Y'all can blame me, but y'all saw the drops. He went 17 for 42. 40% completion percentage, 1 touchdown. It was ugly. I'm not even going to look at those numbers, man. It was just ugly. Dak Prescott, actually, as y'all saw it right there, was the starter for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen must be playing for another team. As we're going to just hop to the Super Bowl, man, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted by how bad that went, honestly. That was terrible. Let's go ahead and get to the Super Bowl week. A dev upgrade for Penix would be huge. Let's go ahead and see if we got one. It could change everything. We did not get one. And all of these receivers, except Rich, are still pretty doggone bad. Defensively, we're even starting to lose devs over here. As Grant Delpit was an X Factor, now superstar. And I think Myles Garrett is on his way out. 33 years old. Yeah, he's got more football behind him than he has in front of him. So, hopefully now, we make some moves in the offseason for weapons. We need to get weapons. I'll see you guys next season. So, Penix is still in Cleveland, obviously. The receiver, Rich, is now higher on the depth chart. We still haven't gotten him any weapons, man. It just hurts my heart. Like none. No weapons at all. I guess this guy, Golson was here last year, right? He has 95 speed. I feel like when we were playing out there, I didn't see that. Defensively, have we added any new people? Pretty much the usual suspects. I think Portis might be new. But pretty much the usual suspects, right? This is pretty much the same team. Man, I don't know, man. This is tough. Because we have signed some different people here and there, but I feel like it's a young team, but we just don't have that superstar weapon. We did draft another slow... They're killing Penix. Another slow receiver. And this one has no route running except for short route running. But he does have a hidden dev, so I guess we can hope for the best. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. I feel like Penix, I'm not the biggest fan of him as a prospect, but he's getting railroaded here in the league. Straight railroaded. And the Browns went back to being a poverty franchise. And Penix went to being a regular smackdown quarterback again. 3,400 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. not great. Rushing wise, he got 1 touchdown on the ground. Actually picked up his rushing yards though at 429. Raheem Sanders, 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's actually been a pretty consistent back. Khalid Golson, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Rick, who was a superstar the year before, fell off the map. And then Tevin Bush, the rookie, 753 and 3 touchdowns. The tight end is still doing his thing. It's probably going to be a playbook change here for Bo Nix to see if we can get this thing started. I'm going to go Bengals. Maybe we can get him in a Joe Burrow type situation. Because as of right now, the Cleveland, and I just want to see this is when I come in, because I know somebody in the comments, they'd be like, well, James, why aren't the Cleveland Browns signing anybody? I just want y'all to know. Okay, I do go down here, and I do put everything on auto just to make sure we can sign some people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not in control of these franchises. I don't make the decisions. We're just watching the career of the quarterback. So I do come in here, and I do my best to make sure everything's on auto. The Browns just haven't signed anybody. There's been no big names that they've signed. And Bo Nix is suffering because of it. I'll see you guys. Actually, we'll go Super Bowl week. I don't mind going to Super Bowl week right here. We'll go to Super Bowl week to see if anybody got bumped up. I highly doubt it since it didn't look like anybody was really balling out for us. Yeah. I mean, we got an offensive lineman with superstar. Bush right here is a star with Rick. I guess those are 2 nice young receivers. Yancey's a superstar, and we have Westbrook too. Grant Delpit has finally fallen complete off the map at age 31. He's no longer an X Factor, no longer a superstar. I just feel like this team is going backwards. Now, the other thing is Bo Nix might not be here next year. I could be wrong, but I think his contract could be up, which will make this even more interesting. Because where does a 29-year-old quarterback with not a lot of success in the league go? Yeah, this is his last year on this deal. We'll have to see if he gets re-signed. Because I'll see you guys next season, and y'all already know if y'all see me in another city, that's where our boy Nix went. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the New England Patriots. And before y'all asked, let's just show y'all what happened, man. Bo Nix have been having some up and down, problems. Let's say with Cleveland, right? Now, you guys saw it. He didn't really have no weapons. The Cleveland Browns wouldn't drafted him a new quarterback, Derek Gray. He's the rookie there. He's their new franchise guy. So, Bo Nix did not get re-signed, and he was shipped to New England, and this is probably after the Bill Belichick era, right? I'm going to go ahead, and we're going to just make sure we get this scheme right. I'm going to try Cincinnati for him. See if maybe we can get him going there with the whole Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow combination offensively. And then as we look at the team, you guys already saw a few of those guys. These are actually not bad weapons. Tank Dell, IRL, one of the best young receivers in the league. However, now he is 31 years old and on the back end of his career. Hopefully he can still do some work for us. This guy, Leonard, don't know much about him. 22 years old, 6'2", with some speed. Got a cool little haircut on him. Haven't seen that one in Madden yet. Looks like we got a stud tight end to following some of the stud tight ends in the past from New England. 6'6", 253, X Factor. Jose Colon. I like it. I like this team already more than Cleveland. Defensively, we got Trevon Diggs, Christian Gonzalez, McDaniel. We have a secondary out of this world. Pretty decent linebackers. Brian Burns is at the end of his career now. And Myles Garrett followed his franchise quarterback, Bo Nix. So you can't be bad about that. So let's go ahead and get to the playoffs. And hopefully at 8, is this 30 now? That is wild. Bo Nix is now age 30. 7 years in the league. And he's only played 3 years. And let's just say it hasn't been the best 3 years. Right now, not on a Hall of Fame mark. However, who knows? Maybe his 30s are his glory days. I will say this, though. Because it's Madden, it's going to be very hard for him to develop now. You need that dev trait in the first few seasons. But I'll see you guys at the playoffs. The wild card. Let's see how good Bo Nix was this season. As we go ahead and check out the stats. Bo Nix was on demon time. We found the playbook for him, I feel like. 4,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Dominating. Rushing yards. Bo Nix had 344 and 2 touchdowns. He's actually, pretty surprisingly, been one of those guys that has gotten a good amount of rushing yards every season. Reminds me a little bit of what, my boy Jay Daniels was doing. Check out that video. And now since, I done plugged a little video, like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far. It helps the channel, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for looking out. Now, the rushing yards have still continued to be pretty good for Bo Nix, which is awesome. Bucky Irvin! I didn't even notice! Why didn't anybody tell me? Bucky Irvin is here, ladies and gentlemen, to help Bo Nix. Look at that! Receiving wise, Tank Dell, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. J.R. Leonard, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. That tight end Cologne didn't do much. And then Kyle Stanford did all right. But it was really the receivers, which makes sense since we're in the Bengals playbook. Enrique Brazil, sweet name. That is fire. 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Bo Nix was balling. This will be our first time we actually have a reason to check the awards. He was not in the MVP discussion, which is odd. AFC, he was not Offensive Player of the Year. Best quarterback, he was 8th on the list. So, 6th ranked offense. We're going to hop in again with Bo Nix because I don't know how many more opportunities we will have coming down the stretch here. But hopefully, we can ball out. Okay, so already... Okay, this is a little bit better. When we were in the other spot, okay, see, look at that. That's how we do it. When we were over there in Cleveland, they wanted us to take the top off without any speed. Patriots over here, we getting a little more intermediate. You know what I'm saying? Getting Bo Nix going early, getting them in a rhythm, and then we're gonna take the top off. Leonard, I felt like how you just feel like you got a step right there. I felt like we had a step. I gotta remember, we got Mills. Hopefully Bucky Irvin gets some time in here while we're in here too. The running back has to get upfield quicker on that wheel route. He's holding us up. Mills is still in. Tank Dell in the slot. Tank Dell. That's what I love to see. We gotta get Bucky Irvin in here. How do I get Bucky in? How do I get Bucky? Where's Bucky Irvin? We're gonna get him in here. Tank Dell, Leonard, okay. Tight end. He's still missing. Like, he's getting bent over on some of these throws. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm going to make a substitution. We're gonna put Bucky Irvin in right here. Give it an opportunity. Take it back to the Oregon days, He's not in. He must be hurt. Because y'all saw me sub him in. Who's this other running back? Can he make a play for us? No, pick. Andre Cisco. And everything right now is poor accuracy for ball. This is like a rerun of what we already saw. However, the Jaguars do not score, and that's what matters. Okay. What is that? How many college superstars do we have on this team? I believe that's Brian Thomas Jr., if I'm not wrong, right? We got to check that. We have to check that. That should be Brian Thomas Jr. That's what it looked like. It is! What in the name? Everybody from this draft class is on the Patriots, it looks like. What is going on? We have so many college superstars. I know why we're winning games. All right, anyway. We'll get back to the offense, man. Tank Dell deep. Tank Dell. 3 for 8, 66 yards. And an interception. Like, this reminds me of a lot. And we're still not able to take the top off the defense so far. Which is definitely a problem. Stafford, nope. Hey, that was his best throw of the day. Tank Dell. Okay. That was by far his best throw of the day. Bo Nix getting back here. He looks kind of good at 14. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That works with him. Tight end. Now that's a play. What is with all the dropping of the balls? What? Come on, man. I don't get it. I don't know what we're doing wrong, but our receivers are just dropping the ball. We can't have that. Who is? I don't even know who Potts is. I don't trust Potts. I do trust. We have not been able to throw a touchdown with Bo Nix at all. When I tell you, and I know y'all thinking, what about the reads? Did y'all not see that wide open man? And he threw it like a fool. Brian Thomas. Thank you. Okay, that's a play. This is our last drive, man. And that was another pour. It was another pour. I don't know what he's good at. Is he good at throwing a deep ball? No, because we haven't completed one. I don't know what he's good at. If I knew what he was good at, then maybe we could focus on his strengths. Coach is throwing me out here in 5 wide, knowing we don't have a quarterback that can throw the ball. It's frustrating. Let's see what we got here. Back up. Okay. Okay, what you see? That's a wide open tight end. He overthrows him. Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo. You know what? Bump it. I got to treat him like he's back at Oregon. We're going to throw a screen. We're throwing a screen. Yep. Back to the running back. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, yo, this running back's kind of... All right. There we go. Get the running back going. Coach wants us to no huddle. I like Leonard here. He's a big body, but that guy has X factor. I don't know. And Bo Nix can't run either. A guy named Kennedy makes that play. Are we serious? Dot. That was his best throw I've seen. And he's been in the league, I think, 7 years. That's the best throw he's ever thrown. I like Tank Dell here on the out route. No, never mind. Running back. Thank you. All right. If y'all want, we're not taking the top off the defense anymore because I really just want us to have a chance to get in the end zone with Bo Nix one time. That's a... And another interception. That's 3 interceptions in the first half with Bo Nix. And I'm starting to think this guy just doesn't have it. I'm running. This is my last drive. And this might be my last drive in this video. I don't care what happens the rest of it. I might not. This is bad, man. This is just bad. Okay, underneath. Okay, Brazil. Enrique Brazil right there gets us down. As we're in the 2-minute warning here. We haven't been able to take the top off on anybody. I like Tank Dell. You give me one-on-one with Tank Dell. You give me one-on-one with Tank Mother Dell, and we gonna make a play. Down goes Josh Allen. Let's get up to the line. I like Stafford here as my tight end. I like him. I like him. I like him. Double move. Nope, Bo Nix is gonna use his legs. Bo Nix. Bo Nix. Bo Nix. He's gonna almost get that first down. Okay, now we're getting some rhythm with Bo. Coach wants us to run under. Okay. Enrique Brazil here. Enrique Brazil! Enrique Brazil! And he makes the touchdown. Oh my God. I ain't got to do no more now. All right. Let's see if Bo Nix can win this game, though. The Jaguars are fighting. The Jaguars are fighting, but so is Bo Nix and the Patriots. This is actually a very good game. Now it is not a good game. Now it is not a good game. We lost by 3. As Bo Nix... 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yes, I was responsible for all those 3 interceptions. However, I did give him the lead. And he lost. Tank Dell did have 9 receptions for 177 yards and a touchdown. Another tough one for Bo Nix, man. I can't. What do y'all want me to say, man? What do y'all want me to say? I mean, it just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I mean, he misses too many throws this late in his career. It makes sense why he hasn't been that great of a quarterback so far. It makes sense. Let's go ahead and send him to the Super Bowl. He was at the top of a lot of award races. So we might get a dev trade here, which would be nice. I would appreciate that. Let's see what we got. And he does go up to superstar. So that is nice. At age 30, maybe some will say it's a little too late for him. But he has 2 more years on his contract with the Patriots. Tank Dell also goes up to superstar. So maybe next year is the year. Usually at this point, guys, I ain't gonna lie. I would simulate a couple seasons. But just because I'm kind of interested in this Patriots team, we're going to go to next season. And we're going to see if maybe, just maybe, Bo Nix can be something special for the Patriots and possibly lead them to a Super Bowl next season. I'll see you there. All right, y'all. We back. And yeah, let me just put it this way. We lost Tank Dell. There's no more Trevon Diggs. And everything I thought that was so promising about this team, I mean, the defense is still decent. It's not that way anymore. Bo Nix, no longer a superstar either. Sometimes, if you guys play a naked franchise, you know, they lose it after the Super Bowl week sometimes. And because of his age, that probably has a lot to do with it at 31 years old. Yeah, man. Fullback, Hicks is a superstar, I guess, man, and Cologne. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This might be the last season we see fully of Bo Nix. So I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Didn't make the playoffs. We went 2-15. Bo Nix, 3,500 yards or 3,800 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Rushing yards, 339, 2 touchdowns. Bucky Irving. I don't even have the words. Receiving, Enrique Brazil. Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all want to see a video on Enrique Brazil, y'all put it in the comments. If y'all made it this far, this is the greatest name I've ever seen. Enrique Brazil. I can rock with that. I like it. Enrique Brazil. Let's go on. J.R. Leonard, Jose Cologne. Y'all know the usual suspects up here. Enrique's been balling, and so is J.R. Leonard. Not really Jose Cologne. I mean, this is probably it, though, for Bo Nix. He's not going to get a dev trade upgrade, which kind of sucks, honestly. And then if we look here, we're just going to go through his stats because I think when I see him, he might retire. Let's just go ahead and look here because he's probably not starting again in his career. There's a very good chance he's not. So, he was on the bench in Miami behind Tua. Then his first season starting, 3,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. His two best years were 2031 and 2029, where he had 4,000 yards and just about 28 plus touchdowns. He was always throwing close to double-digit interceptions. I mean, it's not a Hall of Fame career. A decent NFL career, and he'll probably be a career backup from here on out. So I'm just going to advance 2 years this time around and see if he has a starting job. So I will see you guys in 2034, and we'll see where he's at. We're in 2035, y'all, and I think I haven't even checked yet. I'm checking with y'all. I think Bo Nix is pretty much gone. So if y'all can believe this, isn't this the same guy that ended up taking his job in Cleveland just came to the Patriots and took his job again. So that sucks. I'm not even going. That's crazy. I don't even want to get into that. That's just bad. That's tough. Okay, let's go down to the list and see if he's still in the league. I definitely don't think he's probably still a starter. As we go down here, we definitely have some guys that are still starters. And we're going to get to a lot of these because some of these quarterbacks, the numbers I see them putting up, some of these career sentences are going to be crazy. I feel like we haven't even gotten to the crazier people yet. But as we go down the list here, I don't see him. 49ers, Giants, Jaguars, Packers, Panthers. No, I don't see him. Let's go ahead and check free agency. Before we get let's go ahead and check free agency. Before I just say he's retired. Quarterback. Any chance he's in free agency? Michael Penix Jr. is in free agency. That's kind of interesting. And he is. Free agency is where Bo Nix ended up finishing. So I'm just going to sign him, and then we're going to, that'll pretty much be the end. But I got to sign him so we can at least see his numbers over those last couple of years. Because we missed a year or two. We actually missed 2, right? 2 on the money. This guy Derek Gray looks to be becoming a superstar. Can't blame the Patriots for going in that direction. So this is what? Okay, so after having 3,433 yards, which is, I believe this is the season we were in, he had 4,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. And then had 3,800 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. He actually started 2 more seasons, which is pretty impressive. He never got any awards, unfortunately. And I don't think he ever won a Super Bowl. As we will go, and this is what I meant to do in the last video, you guys. I like doing this just so you guys can see sometimes what happened. So in 2034, we'll just go all the way back to the current year. The Ravens won it. The Bills won it. The Jaguars won it. The Panthers won it. Bryce Young got one. The Vikings won it. No, the Jets won it. My fault. Reading that wrong. Anthony Richardson was playing for the Jets and got a Super Bowl. The Vikings won it this year. The Chiefs, the Vikings. Well, the Vikings got a couple. Drake May is the guy over there. And then the Buffalo Bills, the Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, and then, and then this was our first season where the Chiefs ended up beating the Cowboys for it, which could happen IRL. So, Bo Nix also never got a Super Bowl. Pretty much, he had a couple of good seasons, no doubt, but pretty much a journeyman, right? Pretty much a journeyman. Definitely not a Hall of Famer. Probably would never get consideration. But a fun quarterback that, IRL people would remember down the road as a guy who had some pretty crazy statistical seasons here and there. But without further ado, man, please like, comment, and subscribe if you new. Hey, y'all, put in the comments who y'all want to see next. I got a couple ideas in my mind of who may be coming next. And it's kind of based on, what championship games are coming on in the next couple of days. But I appreciate all of the support, man. I'm AJack1K, and y'all already know. I'm out of here.